Hey everybody, it's Daniel here from InfoRest. Hope you're all doing well. Let's talk about who are the FOMC members going to be for 2024. Gonna be important, right? Because these are the members that are going to talk about interest rates, whether they're going up, they're going down, whether they're staying where it is. They're the ones that are going to talk about monetary policy. So there's certain members to know. Who are these members that have voting rights, that decide on the interest rate path? Who are they? Hawkish? Are they dovish? Meaning what? If they're hawkish, that basically means that they more favor tightening policies, higher interest rates, higher for longer. If they're dovish, they're basically favor more rate cuts, looser monetary policies, making it kind of easy for the markets. So let's get into this list. So this list is for 2024. So the voting members will start off with Jerome Powell. He's the chair. Jerome Powell is a dove. So, having the chair as a dove is a good thing because, that's what, especially with election time coming up in the US, that's what the politicians probably want. Now, looking at this list here, you also have the vice chair, New York Fed, John Williams, more of a neutral stance. Michael Barr, Board of the Governors, also a voting member, neutral stance. Michelle Bowman, she's a hawk, and she's on the Board of Governors. Lisa Cook, Board of Governors, neutral. Philip Jefferson, also neutral, Board of Governors. Adriana Kugler, Board of Governors, neutral. Christopher Waller, Board of Governors, neutral. Loretta Mester, Cleveland Fed. She's a hawk, so she more leans towards more of tighter policy, higher rates, higher for longer. Thomas Barkin, Richmond Fed, more on the neutral side. And then you got two doves. One is from the Atlanta Fed, Raphael Bostic, he's a dove. Mary Daly, also, she's a dove from San Francisco, the San Francisco Fed. So basically on this whole list, about 12, 13 of them, you have two hawks on this whole list for 2024. And the rest, if I count here, you've got three doves, and the rest are basically majority neutral, right? So if I count them real quick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you've got about seven neutral members, and then 8, 9, 10. You've got about 10 of them in total that stand on the neutral and doves, right? So if we add just three more, three are the doves. So putting them all together, 10 out of the 12 are standing towards neutral dove stance. So these are the people for 2024 next year that are going to be the ones making the decisions on interest rates, giving their 2 cents, communicating to the markets on their stance of policy, monetary policy. And it so happens to be so perfect that the group is more leaning towards more on the dovish, neutral dovish side, especially now that we've got US elections coming up in 2024. Perfect, right? Seems like it's working just magically here. So why is that perfect for the politicians? Obviously, right? If the Democrats want to win, they want to get the Fed to start moving towards rate cuts, to get them start on the more dovish side ahead of these elections, right? Although the Fed is supposed to be independent and they're not supposed to be influenced by the government. You may argue that's not true, but by law they're supposed to be independent. But it's very interesting that this list that I just shared with you, majority of the people are leaning towards the dovish side. And it's very interesting to see also the last FOMC meeting in December of this month. We heard Powell shift completely 180 to more on the dovish side. When in fact, in the start of December, the first week, even in November, they were talking about higher for longer, more about rate hikes. But what happened in the span of 2-3 weeks? How did Powell go and shift from higher for longer to, we might start thinking about rate cuts next year, right? And you got that penciled in the projections. You got that also in that meeting through the communication. And in 2024, you're going to hear more about rate cuts from these voting members, especially the fact that many of them are on the neutral side, neutral to dove side. You've got only two, Mester and Bowman, on the hawkish side. And obviously, you'll probably hear them also start to convert and talk about rate cuts. All of them will, right? So 2024 is starting to look like and shape for the Fed team, the Fed members, FOMC members there, starting to shape more that it looks like 2024 you're getting more dovishness, more of the rate cuts communication coming out, which would mean that we might start to see rate cuts either the first quarter of next year, which the markets are kind of pricing in, or more in the summertime of next year. That we will tell and we will see as we approach the first FOMC meeting in 2024. So it'll be interesting to see how things pan out. And we'll see how, these members, if they continue to give the same communication and same rhetoric that they were giving in December about rate cuts, or do they back off a little bit and say, the markets are expecting rate cuts in March? I don't think so. So that will be very, very interesting. So we will know more in 2024. Until then, enjoy your time. Happy holidays, and I'll see you guys around. Bye.